A couple of months ago, I watched and reviewed a film called Deepwater Horizon starring Mark Wahlberg and Kurt Russell. It was about the BP oil spill disaster about 10 years ago, a true story and a very entertaining thrill ride of a film. My thoughts on Deepwater Horizon are almost exactly my thoughts on Everest, a true story of a group of climbers who experienced a disaster on their way down from Mount Everest after getting caught up in a storm. Like Deepwater, Everest is a very entertaining popcorn flick, with us being able to swarm through the perilous blizzards and treacherous mountains in the comfort of our own homes. And like Deepwater, there is the added element of immersion and tension in knowing the events you're watching actually happened, or are at least based on true events. In terms of visuals, and I'm conscious of the fact that I am parroting my review for Deepwater Horizon, Everest was almost flawless. I don't know anything about the production of the movie, but looking at it you'd think they actually did go up Everest. Sure, there are one or two hokey moments of semi-obvious green screen, but for the most part I thought the effects were wonderful, and they really added to the immersion. I never stopped to think while watching whether the effects hold up or not, because it's one of those movies where the effects are so good, and the way they implemented, you're not even thinking about special effects. I do have to say, I am in the camp of people who look at those who jump out of aeroplanes and perform parkour Fortnite dance moves on top of high-rise buildings and think, what are you doing, you crazy bastards? And if the inevitable should happen, well, as sad as the loss of human life is, it's your own damn fault. And it's the same with the climbers in this movie. There are those who have to tread treacherous paths on rocky mountains and climb hazardous heights for a living in order to provide for their families. And I just don't get the whole thing with wanting to climb Everest. I mean, I do, yeah, but still, if you want a high, do something else, man. And if you want to conquer nature, well then know you've engaged in a battle you have no chance of winning. The movie does have the characters settle down during their climb at one point to address this issue. Why do people climb Mount Everest? Why do people put themselves through this? And though some of the answers were interesting, there wasn't enough substance there, and it just came off as crazy people who have no genuine problems in life and making problems for themselves. Of course, you can say that everyone has a right to live their life in the way they want to live it, providing they do not hurt others, but what about the main character's unborn daughter? What about the rescue helicopter pilot that had to climb the highest chopper height in history at the risk of his own life? And what for? Because you are collecting precious minerals? Because you are exploring remnants of a historic civilization? No, because you wanted to climb a mountain. Anyway, rant over. I still like the movie. Not gonna let my bemusement at the nature of these kind of people get in the way of the fact that this was a good film. Very captivating and exhilarating. The cast was great too. You've got a whole mismatch including Keira Knightley, Jason Clarke's in it, Sam Worthington, Josh Brolin of course, and Jake Gyllenhaal. But it all comes together in a well executed ensemble. I give the movie a 7 out of 10.